Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you love epic battles and legendary characters, you're in for a treat. In this video, we're going to compare Russ and Zero, two of the strongest characters in the My Vampire System universe, and imagine who would win if they fought. Russ is the leader of the Chained faction, and one that has a grudge against the Blade family because of what they did to him when he was young. He was given his Godslayer powers from Bliss, as he was powerless before he was given powers from Bliss, because she thought he was the right person for the ability. He has the ability to maybe perfectly copy other people's powers from seeing them fight. He has declared himself to be the strongest, and has fought Quinn in the Chained Wedding. He has later lost his ability to fight someone strong, because the person who powers his ability with MC cells is dead. But he has later regained his former powers after Bliss has taught him to absorb from nest crystals. He is also a Godslayer. He has very self-conscious and cunning personality. He does not hesitate to betray and abandon anyone to get what he wants. This was shown when he has abandoned the people from Chained faction because he thought that they were not going to survive this fight. He has tried to wed Jessica on the instructions of Bliss. While in the middle of the ceremony, Quinn has arrived on the planet to save her. And they started fighting. Quinn has summoned Ray in order to help him fight. While he in the middle of the fight, he was teleported with Russ into the woods. Russ has started to use his powers of copying any ability. He has copied Quinn's blood and shadow abilities. He has also copied a version of Ray. He was later defeated and killed by Quinn. He was later revived by Bliss. He explains that he has lost because it seems that Quinn does not fully understand his new powers for him to copy it. Russ can only copy the power that how other person think of it. Later, it is seen that he was alive, but is on the run. He wasn't living the spectacular life he used to in his faction days. Using a robe to cover his face, he had managed to live by joining factions and hunting beasts. He is later visited by the Celestial Wheat to fight as the Godslayers from Earth were targeted by Celestials, and he was one of these Godslayers. Quinn saved him and killed the Celestial, and then placed Russ into his shadow. And later on, Quinn told him to watch over Layla and implanted Chi into Russ' mind to prevent him from disobeying. And by implanting Chi in Russ' mind, and the mass memory change had no effect on him. And then we saw him copying ability from the Layla's mysterious sword. It was an epic moment. Now let's talk about Saberhunt, who later renamed himself Zero, is the leader of Pure and the one who founded it. He is someone who is proficient and a master of Chi, so much so that he is able to discover new ways to use it. He has become a dedicated follower of Immortui and is working with him so that he can get what he wants. He is also a powerful Godslayer. He was later killed by Aaron. Agent Zero's hair was wholly white, and it seemed it was naturally this color from old age. But it was hard to tell how old he was due to there being hardly having any wrinkles on his forehead or eyes. But when one first would meet him, there was something noticeable about his that usually one wouldn't be able to keep their eyes off. It was the 4 lines scared on the top of his forehead, going straight down as if a chart or a counter of some kind. As the First Dalki War progressed, the village kept quiet so they wouldn't be signed up for conscription. After Leo argued with his master, not only signed himself up for the military, but told them about his village. Zero and his disciples were some of the most successful soldiers with their knowledge and ability to use Chi. When Zero was still the master of his disciples, he was known as Master Kasu, as Leo had called him. Later in the war, the disciples built a village on a planet for themselves and their families that had previously lived in the original village. The Dalki attacked the planet, wiping out the village and killing all of Zero's disciples except Leo and Zero himself. Leaving Leo behind in silence, Zero grew older and saw that Leo was heralded as a war hero. Zero finally decided he wanted to kill Leo, but he was too old to do it now. He searched for someone he could train to kill Leo and found Chris. Never praising Chris or treating him lovingly, Zero trained him with the knowledge that he would kill Leo. Zero would talk to Chris about killing Leo in a soft voice, which Chris interpreted as a sign Leo still held a place in Zero's heart. Zero hated governing bodies, particularly the military, which did nothing when the village he and his disciples founded was attacked. Using his membership on the board, he manipulated the military to put pure agents wherever he needed them and obtained many rare types of crystals that the public never knew existed. The military would research how to create super soldiers and unknowingly helped Pure with their agenda. Now let's talk about what if they fought. Who will win? Actually, it depends on circumstances. Both are Godslayer, strongest characters in my Vampire System universe. Both have fought with Quinn and defeated or killed. Zero was killed by Aaron, and Russ was killed by Quinn, but Russ later revived by Bliss, the Celestial. Zero have lived longer than Russ and consumed thousands or even millions of life force and chi. If they both fight, Russ can become whatever Zero feared most, and Zero can use 4 stages of chi. If Bliss helped Russ, then he can fight for infinite time. Then maybe he could win. He can just transform himself into Zero. But it depends on how Zero think about himself. Russ lost fight with Quinn because Quinn didn't know full potential of his own power. So Russ's power depends on circumstances. And on the other hand, after consuming chi of so many people, Zero has become out of the world. In the story, they showed that Aaron killed him, but Zero was busy on opening portal for Immortui. So if you ask me, who will win? If Russ and Zero fight, then my answer will be Zero, even though my favorite is Russ. But sadly, I need to say that Zero stands above him. And there you have it. The battle between Russ and Zero ends with Zero standing victorious. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments if you agree or think Russ could have turned the tide.